My background's in architecture, so I'm really interested in how places are produced by different activities. So in relation to Ely, what started me thinking was the ducks and how they've taken over this patch of ground and made it quite problematic for humans to come along and use it. And the relationship between what are sort of wild animals, but how they've gradually become domesticated and become more like sort of city residents. Thinking about then all the different activities around this particular area, just spending time with people, looking at sort of daily routines and how that influences how the spaces are seen. And then somebody told me that there was a particular duck that goes into town every day. And so I became sort of fascinated with that and the idea that there's this one duck that goes all the way into the market square and then back again. He always goes on the same route. I've been tracking his movements for a couple of months now. He always starts from here and then he crosses the road and then he goes at Waterside on the left-hand pavement and then he crosses back over and crosses over at the junction and then starts to go up Fore Hill and then crosses over again and then walks up the other side of the road and then back again and into the market square. I just wondered if you'd seen the duck that goes to town.
Yes, in fact I had a conversation with it only last Sunday because I was very concerned that she was kind of hovering in the middle of the road, you know, on that dangerous corner before you get into the market square. As if she was singing, now do I really want to go and get some sugar or should I go back? And you know, there was that real feeling about it. And I said to her, look, for God's sake, get across the road one way or the other because you're going to get run over.
And did that work? You didn't have to?
Yes, she did. She did then decide, oh no, I do want to go to the market even though it's not on, it's a Sunday, I do want to go. So she then trotted over.
Yeah. Jeff, the ice cream man, he's like always here every day and he's sort of a real font of knowledge about Ely and about sort of what's going on.
We sort of see the duck waddling up the path on his way up town.
Yeah. Do you have a nickname?
We do, we call him Ronald.
Yeah, it's him and his wife have a team of 2 ice cream parlours, one in Market Square and one by the riverside. They've been helping me track the movements of the duck because they communicate via walkie-talkie. So when I've been down here and I say, you know, where's the duck? And Jeff will say, we'll call his wife and say, oh, you know, there's the duck up there. I did think about GPS tracking, but, you know, it's much easier and it's nice just to sort of ask Jeff.
Most people who come and see me like Ely as it is, but obviously Ely's got to change, move with the times.
If Ely gets too big, we'll lose the character of Ely. And somehow, at the moment, the ducks seem an integral part of Ely, not a nuisance.
In the gallery itself, there's 3 things that people can take part in. And then there's also going to be a series of what I'm calling sort of public events, live art events, so there's 1 minute bird watching. People can come and watch birds for 1 minute. And then there's also going to be an installation in the bandstand. And then we're going to do a live duck shoot involving Cambridge Super 8 group, so using cine film. And somebody said to me that they could live in Ely and not bother going to Waterside all year. And so I took that as a bit of sort of challenge really, to say, well actually the river is kind of one of the key things about Ely. Whilst, you know, the cathedral is, you know, obviously incredibly important, the main focus of Ely. You know, without the river you couldn't have built the cathedral because the stone was shipped in on the river, and you know there's a whole series of practices and routines around the river that I really wanted to look at. So kind of thinking about that in detail and challenging a bit the way that people see Ely, but also how public spaces are made, that they're not just made through master planning processes, that they're made through these sort of daily routines that people do.